Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dova here with East African Affairs, bringing you another update on the situation in Tigray. This morning, Bloomberg just published an article stating that the EU actually plans on imposing targeted sanctions on several individuals in Eritrea for their alleged role in the human rights abuses and atrocities we've been seeing in the Tigray region of Ethiopia, according to for people that are familiar with the matter. This is a pretty huge deal. So far, all we have really seen from the international community have been statements saying how drastic and horrible the situation in Tigray has been, how horrible what the Eritrean troops have been doing have been. But this is the first real concrete, uh, at least a punitive measure. We've seen some diplomatic attempts, the U.S. sending Chris Coons, the UN Security Council at least bringing it up, even though they couldn't get a unified statement. Like, we've seen some diplomatic attempts to put pressure on Ethiopia and Eritrea to, stop, stop murdering innocent civilians. Um, but so far, we hadn't really seen any sort of negative or punitive measures, and this would be the first of those. For those wondering why they haven't put anything on Ethiopia yet, well, for one, Ethiopia has been the sort of good boy, like in the last few decades, compared to Eritrea. The relationship with the international community with Ethiopia has been far more involved and amicable, I guess you could say. And so I feel like they are hesitant to get to that stage yet. And so it's sort of like um, the low hanging fruit, right? Nobody gives a shit if you sanction Isaias Afwerki's horrible dictatorial government because they're a monstrous regime, even though obviously the people on the ground do get affected by sanctions. With these, we're seeing targeted sanctions meant to impact specific members of the administration in high positions of influence that are involved in this conflict and in these atrocities. And so, good news for those who want to see Eritrean troops be withdrawn. This puts some more pressure on Asmara. This puts some more pressure on Addis Ababa to acknowledge the fact that hey, there is this foreign army in your fucking borders murdering people. Um, and so it's good to see the international community, or at least the EU, taking a solid, definitive stance and taking action, right? Like this, I would consider this to be action. There's sanctions being proposed. Like, this is something concrete that we can point to and say, hey, they're doing something. It's not just statements anymore. And it's minimally going to impact the people on the ground in Eritrea who are innocent. It's targeted at specific high level individuals involved in the conflict. I think this is a great first step in trying to bring these uh, two leaders engaged in this genocidal war uh, to the negotiating table, right? Like, it's time for peace. It's time. They're not going to be able to wipe out TPLF. I hate to break it to you. They have been entrenched now in Tigray, especially in central and southern regions where they're pushing ENDF back. They're pushing the Amara militias back. They're starting to push Eritrean troops back as well. And so, stunning developments, and I will keep you guys updated going forward. Thank you.